Harriet Tubman and the Freedom Train, written by Sharon Gale and illustrated by Felicia Marshall. I'll meet you in the morning when I reach the promised land, on the other side of Jordan, for I am bound for the promised land. Harriet Tubman often sang when she was lonely or scared. This time, Harriet was not scared. Harriet was free. Harriet was not born free. She was born a slave. Her parents and brothers and sisters belonged to someone else, and so did she too, but her parents loved her. They decided to call her Arminta, or Minty for short. They did not know that one day she would call herself Harriet. When Minty was still a young child, she had to leave home and work for another family. At night, she had to take care of their baby. In the daytime, she had to help clean the house. Minty's new owner was very mean. One day, she tried to beat her. Minty decided to run away. Minty quickly slid under the fence of the pig pen. When the pigs were fed, Minty ate some of their food. After 4 days, Minty was found. She was beaten so badly. As Minty grew older, she went to work in the fields. Field slaves were often treated very badly. They were often beaten with chains and leather straps. She could not stand to see a helpless slave be beaten. But what could she do about it? She was only 13. Outdoors, Minty discovered secret hiding places. She even learned how to find food. Minty did not tell anyone about the hiding places or the food. She was sure that one day these things would help keep her alive. Soon, Minty was getting married. But Minty's happiness turned to sadness. Marrying John Tubman would not make her free. "If you try to run away," he told her, "I'll tell the master on you." Right then, Minty decided she was going north no matter what. While John Tubman slept, Minty crept through the woods to the white woman's farm. She wrote 2 names on a slip of paper and told Minty these were the people she should see next. Harriet was soon to learn that these were the next stops on the Underground Railroad. The woman explained that this is a group of people and places to stop for slaves who escaped to the north. Minty left her friend's house with fear in her heart. All she knew was that she had to keep moving north. Minty only traveled at night, and each morning she would make her way to another stop on the railroad. There, she would get food to eat and sometimes a place to sleep. Sometimes she had to work so that she would look like one of the slaves of the people who had helped her. Minty traveled every possible way. She traveled by foot, horseback, and wagon. Soon, she found herself in Pennsylvania. She was free. The first thing she did was look at her hand to see if she looked different. She was just the same, only free. "From now on, my name is Harriet," she said quietly to herself. "It's what I want to call myself now that I'm free." Once Harriet was free, she found a job to take care of herself. Then, she spent all of her free time learning more about the Underground Railroad. Harriet heard many stories of slaves who were trying to escape and needed someone to guide them to the north. Suddenly, Harriet knew what she had to do. She would return to the South. She wanted to help as many slaves escape as possible. She wanted all slaves to be free. Harriet Tubman became a legend. She made over 15 trips back to Maryland to rescue slaves. She was able to rescue many of her brothers and sisters. She was most proud of getting her parents to the north. But Southern slave owners were very angry. They were mad that Harriet was taking their property away from them. The slave owners got together and offered a $40,000 reward for anyone who could bring in Harriet, dead or alive. But no one ever found Harriet. Although Harriet helped many people find freedom, she remained poor, but she was proud. She was proud of her people. She knew many slaves fought amazing fears to escape their terrible lives. Harriet was surprised how many people were proud of her, even people from other countries. She received a medal and a letter from the Queen of England to honor all the work she had done. When Harriet died in 1913, her country showed they were proud of her. Harriet was buried with full military honor.